everyone. So I'm starting this video off a little different, mostly because let me back up. So I'm starting this video a little different because I just started doing this pattern. I am doing the Sand Dollar Polo stitch pattern by Callie's Threads. I've been following her for a while, and she released the pattern, and I was just like, I got a little money, let me spend some money, and I got the yarn, so let me do this. And so far, because I've been crocheting this half of the day, not half of the day, well, a good little portion of the day, because I did recording before, and if my makeup looks the same, it's because I did my video for the 24-hour, like the ending of that now. But I started the pattern, and I'm getting there. Look at me, I'm getting there. And so far this pattern is pretty simple to follow if you watch the video, because I read the pattern at first and I was struggling, because when I read it I was like, we're not decreasing, so what are we doing? So I had to look at the video to actually understand what we were doing, and then it made sense once I watched the video, because yeah, if you bought the pattern, you know. So right now I am on, I think I'm on the, what row am I on? I think I'm on the 3rd or 4th row. I don't know. I just know I'm getting there, okay? And once I get to a certain point of when she color changes, I'm going to swap out the colors for it. But this is what I have so far. And I'm happy I watched the video, because girl, I was struggling, like I was struggling. But I'm about to take a break from this, because after a certain point it's actually pretty easy. Like she says, like, this is probably like I can't remember if it was her or her sister, her twin sister, who said that this pattern was hard, but to me it's kind of easy after you get past the first two rows, because it's like repeating itself. And I do agree with her when basically you have to chain more, basically chain all the way to me it was to my thigh, for the most part, chaining to my thigh, and then like doing the pattern, and it's actually like building up pretty nicely. And I'm double stranding my yarn, mostly because I'm moving around while I'm talking. I need to learn how to do better with that. But I did it to my thighs because I am a big titty girl, okay? Like I have big boobs and everything, so I felt like with that I needed to do a little bit more. So that's why it's like I double stranded, and then I don't want it to be too see-through, you know what I'm saying, like with the yarn, because this is some flimsy yarn. This is like a baby DK weight yarn. And I wanted to mix this yarn with some acrylic yarn that I have. So yeah, so hopefully everything goes well. So far it is. That's my little update. Okay, so this is my day 2 technically of crocheting this Sand Dollar Polo, and this is what I have so far compared to where I was last night. I did do like a color stripe change, but I'm feeling it, but I'm not feeling it. I don't know, I have to see how it'll look on me. But I'm almost done, basically, because I measured this to like to my hips, like when I stand up for the most part, and it's I'm trying to think, y'all, I'm sorry. it's to my hips basically, and then when I read the rest of the pattern, you're basically going to be adding like an extra 2.5 like centimeters of length to it. So like once I block it, because I'm going to block the whole entire thing, it should fit right on me. But I'm gonna do another color stripe change after 2 more rows of everything, of finishing out this side of it, and then I should be done with the back panel tonight, because I'm going to take breaks today because I didn't really take a break yesterday trying to figure out this pattern. But like I said, that was a user error, that was on me. So that's what I got so far. I should be done, like it's like almost there. I'm like halfway there. So 2 more and then a color change, I should be like here, and then I should be able to finish out the rest tonight. Hi everyone. So this is a small update for you guys about like what I've been doing. So for starters, I took down the back the back panel because I had to I had to mod the pattern to fit me best, for the most part, and it was mostly because of the yarn. So I will probably discuss that later on, like towards the end of the video, like how I usually do. And then a week passed because I stopped touching it for a week, and now we're here. I wounded up some more yarn. Okay, I wounded up some more yarn. I ran out of the previous 2 balls of yarn that I was using for this project, and well, technically 4, because I'm doubling up the yarn because this yarn is like really thin when you crochet with it. So I decided to double it up, and I decided to start on the front panels today, mostly because I want to make sure I have enough to do the front panels, and if I have to like use the remaining 2 balls of yarns that I have left to, well, I don't have 2 remaining left. It's like I have 2 right here in front of me, 2 in my room, then I have 2 like to the side of me. So I have enough. I just want to make sure like it's enough for me to adjust if I need to adjust, if that makes any sense. I hope I'm making sense. So that's the update. I will probably update you guys probably after I go to this Beyonce concert, because this is my first time seeing Beyonce and I'm so excited. And I will take pictures of my look. I'll probably post it now or whatever so you guys can see, but I'll update you guys.
The next day.
Okay, so this is the small little update. This is before I go to the Beyonce concert, but I'm going to be working on the front panels before I go to the concert, because I'm not bringing this, I don't think I can bring this into the concert. So yeah, so this is what I got so far with the back. Like, it's pretty, it's so gorgeous. You guys can see the pattern better on this side, but I had like a little bitty thing left to do the remaining of the sleeves, but I want to finish the front panels first so I don't what's the word I'm looking for, so I don't mess up gauging how much yarn I will have to wind up, because I still have enough yarn. I just want, like in my brain I have enough yarn, but I just want to make sure I don't mess up on this project, because the back panel I took down like at least 2 to 3 times, and like I said, I will explain that probably towards the end of this video. Let me back up some, bro. Y'all don't need to see like me that close, but yeah, so that's what I got so far. I'm going to crochet until I basically have to leave, because I'm going to eat dinner first before I go to the concert, and then I'm gonna just head straight there with my friends. So I will probably show you guys like a video or two, so I'll see you guys later.
Eternity later.
Hi everyone. So I know I'm pretty late to the party of completing this video, but that's because, like, hear me out.
Hip hip! No! Hip hip! No! Hip hip!
Boo! You stink!
Don't bite my head off, please. I've just been doing a lot lately. So for starters, before I get into the pattern, I went to the Beyonce concert. That was in July. It's now September, and after that, I did finish it. I finished this project in like the beginning of August because Beyonce came like in the middle of July. So after that, I finished it, and I took videos, pictures of it. The pictures really weren't up to my standard, mostly because I was getting distracted when taking the said pictures. So now, we're here. But it did come out pretty nice. It came out pretty, detailed, oriented, like how I wanted. So there's that. I was just doing a lot. Like, after Beyonce, I did get a little sick. I think it was my allergies acting up. And then I went to the Chris Brown concert and Dragon Con at the same time. So I understand I'm supposed to be making content at least like once or twice out of the month. That was the promise I made to myself. But your girl was tired. I was uber tired. And I'm here. And we're going to continue with the once or twice a month, maybe 3 for October, because spooky season is upon us, and it's going to stay upon us until Christmas in my mind, because Nightmare Before Christmas has put in my head that I can do it until Christmas. So we're just going to jump into like the pattern itself, the end results, and like how I felt during the process of everything. So what I loved about this pattern, because we're gonna always start off with positives, was like it was really easy to follow. Like, this pattern was really easy to follow. I loved the whole design of it. Like, it really gave the body of a flower, and I was like living for it. Like, I was, oh yeah, I didn't catch that. But I was living for it. Like, I was here for it. The pattern texture was really nice. Like, especially when I watched the video the first time with the she said she used like a 3 DK weight yarn. So yeah, that was like really great. I love the recommendations. This was my first time working with a 3 DK weight yarn and crocheting with it, because I am not good enough to knit with this yet, because I'm still kind of rough around the edges. So those were my positives. Like, I love it. It came out beautiful. People love it. Like, my mom loves it. Great time, fun time. The things I would like to see it improve, and by September, it is September 18th, she has already done this. It was the formatting in the pattern. Like, I get maybe she wanted to be different and maybe like switch up the pattern wording, because everybody uses the basic same pattern wording and stuff like that. But it was kind of confusing reading it, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure, I think I said this like 7-8 times in this video, that if you watch the video of the pattern, once you buy the pattern, it brings it to life. Like, you actually understand what she's saying. So, maybe she just thought it made sense to everybody because she ran through it with her and her sisters, and maybe they understood like each other, because like that's what I do with my friends. Like, you know, I'm not here to judge, because I understand, because like what makes sense to you and the people around you won't make sense to everybody else outside of your social group, or like, you know, family, friends, whatever. So that was my issue with that. But she has fixed it since then. I think she fixed it in like late mid-August, and I did re-look at it and it was like a lot better. But by that time I was on to my next project. And the next thing that could have been improved on was sizing. So this is not like a size like pattern, like there's no like this is how many chains you do for this type of pattern. This is not that type of pattern. This pattern was more like you make it your own. And I felt like she could have gave like her personal measurements, because she said she's very tall. I think she said she was 5'8" in the video, and she had to make it like all the way to her like thigh, kneecap, I can't remember, because it shrunk up so much. And I wish she would have at least gave an example with herself in the pattern to help other people out, because like me personally, I'm not that tall. Like I'm really not that tall, but I would have got more of like how much I needed to chain more at the end of each, like at the end of the first round, so it wouldn't shrink up on me as much. So that way I could have just, you know, kept it pushing. So that was my only critiquing about this pattern for the most part, was with the sizing, because like when I went back into adjusting it to myself, like I obviously chain more, but like if you don't watch her content, or YouTube is not pushing out her content, for me that's what's happening currently. Like it's not pushing out her content. I didn't even know she made another video kind of explaining it and redoing it herself, so it's kind of like, dang, like now I know, you know. But outside of that, this pattern is still nice. I still recommend you buy it. Okay, I will link it in the description below. Okay, and you know, that's all I have to say about this pattern. Like it's still really dope. Like other than that, like I really personally enjoy it. I will make another one probably before next year, when it's like a little bit warmer. And that's it. And now to the user error of this project. So I had a very hard time struggling with this yarn, and it wasn't completely the yarn's fault. It was the yarn's fault at first, because it kept getting tangled and I was double stranding, and I was using a 3K and then a 4, wait for, yarn on this project. So it was a lot going on. I had to take this project at least 5 times down for the bag, just so I can get it together. And half of it was because the yarn kept tangling. The other half was the sizing issue that I told you that I was having. Mostly because, like I said, I would personally like an example, but this is just me personally. I can't speak for everybody. You could just guessed right or did the math right and just, you know, been okay. I'm not one of those people. And it wasn't a good turnaround the first couple of go-arounds. Like after the first 2 sets, because it was a color change, yeah, so after the second color change, that's when I started to notice like it looks kind of wonky, and I wasn't really feeling it. But that was just, like I said, on me. My phone don't cut me off.
What? What the f?
Oh my gosh, I hate it here. But I'm gonna just keep it short. But like I was skipping stitches, and I didn't intend to skip a stitch. And then when I figured out how the pattern was actually like flowing, and like it registered in my brain how this pattern was, I went ahead and started adding stitches so it can, like, you know, like when you, like, it's that fall stitch, but it makes a difference if you do it or not. It was like that for me because, like I said, I wanted it to be completely, like, on me. So that was really it. I will be continuing crocheting and doing things and getting ready for spooky season. I'm not going anywhere, you guys. It's just this last 2 months, it's been concert filled for me between Beyonce, Chris Brown. My wallet is hurting because I forgot about October a little bit, and I forgot spooky season and I have to get ready for this whole month. It's September now, but I still have to get ready for this whole month. So therefore, you guys aren't gonna see this is not the last of me, okay? I promise. Just give me a little time to finish this video. The next video is gonna be pushing out right after this one. So I am going to keep you guys posted, and I hope you guys have a lovely day. Like, I love you guys.